to our special coverage of the flooding in Colorado. And of course, one of the areas we watch so very closely is Weld County as that water started to move from the mountains across the eastern plains.
And so many people, the only way they could get around, aside from walking in thigh-deep rainwater, was getting out by boat. And that's exactly what 7 News reporter Amanda Koss did to survey some of the damage. Amanda?
Yeah, and Mike, we did that because of what you see behind me right here. This is where a road is supposed to be. I'm on a dirt road, these rural areas where it's tough to get to. They've been washed over. And I want to show you just how high the water was not too long ago here. You can see this debris still stacked, still stuck on this barbed wire fence, because of that's where it was carried with these floodwaters. Now on the other side, we're going to walk over and take you over here. You can see a lost dog right now as we're talking to you, wet, soaked, walking this way. Now behind us is someone getting where they're going, actually right now by horse. We've seen boat, we've seen people driving, and there's a man on a horse right now trying to cross the street. I guess our live shot, our live truck is blocking the view of that completely. As you can see, people are having, like you said, Ann and Mike, people are having to make their own way to get around and get to where they need to go. And I think we're getting caught on some of the debris here as the dog's making its way as well. But you can see this boat to my side of me. This is not the boat we used, but we took our own to these waters and launched it here to show you the devastation that's happening right in front of us. And from here, now where we're at, you can see a clear view of this home completely surrounded by water, the water reaching up the residence there. We just spoke with Jimmy a few minutes ago, telling us it's a miracle the water did not get inside of this home.
It's been amazing. I mean, I wish I had more people that could have seen it, because it was just amazing with the sound and the stuff that's went by here and floated through this area. Just devastating, and I can't even imagine just watching the news of what everywhere else is like. I mean, it's just, I can see the damage here, and it's not going to be fun to clean up for sure.
As we get a little bit further out, you can see this lake has expanded, reaching all the way beyond this area and getting all the way up to some of these homes, many of which have their basements flooded. Just behind me, we're approaching this lakefront property where you can see the perimeter is lined with sandbags. Outside, you can see the linens laid out to dry, soaked material from this flooding. As we reach deeper water, now here in the backyard, we have our life vests on, and beside me, you can see the swing set, that swing just hovering above the water where this area is flooded. Now to the other side here, you can see the gazebo and this fire feature here. The entire area flooded. As we make our way around, you can see the backside of this home and the backyard, and just how close the water came to that property, the actual back door and the basement. And I want to show you how deep the water is where we are right now. I'm just going to put this pole in, and as I reach down, I'm not hitting the ground. This pole probably about 5 feet tall, about my height, and I'm not even hitting the ground as I reach down. An idea of just how deep these waters are. And you can see just the very tip of what was the fence of this home poking out through the water. As our boat pulls in, you can see right beside us another boat stranded, stuck there, just floating as the water goes by. And you're looking at the top of another fence post, still partially, mostly covered by these floodwaters. Now we're going to pan over and show you the dirt road leading to where this road is washed out. This is not a high traffic area. We are in a very rural part of Weld County, and the home that surrounded that tour we just took you on, inside that home when the floodwaters were raging, a man, 2 men. One of them was in a wheelchair. Time was of the essence. If they were going to get out of this home before they were completely surrounded, they had to take matters into their own hands. They were able to get out, cross this before it was completely washed out, and get the man in the wheelchair out of here. Unfortunately, he passed away a day later. The resident there told us they're mourning that loss and mourning, they say, what they've seen is devastation to their entire county and what we've seen across the state as well. Reporting live in Weld County on County Road 16 and a half, Amanda Cost, 7 News.
Amanda, thanks so much. She certainly gives a